As Sagittarius, Mark Twain remarked, truth is stranger than fiction because fiction has to stick to possibilities. Is that what it is? Right. But yeah, this is just I make videos that are based in truth and embellished. Disclaimer: fiction for self-protection. I want to thank you for giving me the best of my life. Began menstruating on 20th January. Mr. Duplicity, I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. It's like a slap in the face, how quickly I was supplemented. Now you're thinking of me when you F her. It's the love that we made, it ain't gonna fade as soon as you open your eyes. You know, and every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold me until we die, till we die? Well, I'm still alive and I'm here to remind you of the mess you made, 'cause I ran away. It's not fair to deny me the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. And then later, early Feb, I think, I started spotting and bleeding randomly, and now I'm wearing a pad, but the underlying cause has to be investigated. I'm sure it's probably an ovarian cyst that's bleeding out. That I don't know, maybe a ruptured one, because I fell on around my last birthday, so like this birthday rather, this birthday anniversary. That could have something to do with it. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have my period was late as well. I mean, it was expected on the 16th or 17th, and it started on the 20th of January 2023, and I'm flustered by that. I didn't mean to be awake right now. I woke up at around 3:30 a.m. because of cackling Pathans outside my window, and like chalo chalo chalo, and they're laborers or something. And well, maybe they're Afghan or God. It's just like, thanks to the new rule, the new order that the U.S. has instated in Afghanistan, and it's just like, how can Iranians like plead to the U.S.? Don't you know what a mess they made of Pakistan? Don't you know that even in Iran, the U.S. was responsible for ousting Iran's last democratic leadership? Thinking high, defying ground, and you won't bring me. So instead of being an alive person, pretending to be a dead person, pretending to be an alive person, why not just be an alive person? I was just so excited when I finally landed the plane in Flight Commander. I did it. I yelped. I finally landed the plane in Flight Commander. I was just so excited.
Oh, great. Can you tell me how you did it?
Better. I can show you the action replay.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell Anna that I'm the one who landed the plane in Flight Commander without a manual, because she promised me that if I land the plane, she's gonna let me play Strike Commander. So that's how it's gonna go.
But she didn't land the plane in Flight Commander without a manual. I did. Sure enough, when Anna came into the room, that's not her name, that's not her real name. But anyway, so as soon as she came in, he just regurgitated what he learned from the action replay, and I was dumbfounded and appalled in a state of shock. I mean, I was sitting in that computer chair, and I wouldn't budge because I was just so offended by how blatantly he was lying and stealing credit from me and acting like it's perfectly okay. And the fact that Anna validated him, and the fact that she acted like he was telling the truth, even though he was always cheating, always a thief. I mean, his favorite book at the time was The Thief of Always, because he was such a thief and a liar and a cheater. And I've always been incredibly honest because, well, I'm honest to a fault. I have a sun in Sagittarius, Mercury, Saturn, and Uranus, and on top of that, Jupiter in the first house and Mars in Libra in the 9th house, and it's just, my whole chart literally screams honest Sagittarius person. The takeaway was exacerbating my learned helplessness instilled by my father's abuse. I mean, it was just like I still have this learned helplessness where I get caught in situations where I cannot defend myself because I know I will be undermined. I know I will be put down. I know that even though I'm telling the truth, I will not be taken seriously. And then at the same time, it's just yes, and the reason why I cannot just keep at it, like go for it, is because I'm afraid of escalation, you know? In Sylvia Plath's verbatim, there is a pain so utter, it swallows substance up. Was that Emily Dickinson or someone else? Oh, I don't remember. It was Emily Dickinson. Tea leaves thwart those who court catastrophe, designing futures where or when nothing will occur, is Sylvia Plath. Leave me be. I don't want to fall another moment in your gravity. Here I am and I stand so tall, just the way I'm supposed to be. But you're onto me. This old selfie of mine reminds me of that scene in How I Met Your Mother in which Robin just shakes her head and decides to, stick with Kevin and not give Barney a shot. You try to make me see that you're everything I think I need here on the ground. But you're neither friend nor foe, though I can't seem to let you go. The one thing that I do know is that you're keeping me down. Keeping me down. And the thing is that I'm not seeking validation or invalidation from people I've never met who know nothing about my association with Bob and Sherry, who just, feel the need to weigh in despite the fact that they're not qualified to. It's strange to me how many people just want to pretend that they have anything to do with me or my personal life when they don't. I mean, seriously, I am a very, very closed-in person, and no, it's like I don't understand why people are stupid enough to imagine that they know me when they don't. I would like, if possible, footage from Sherry 1st, 2012, my bangles, my ID copies, all the stuff that I signed returned, and maybe even answers about why all this stuff was taken in the first place. That's what I want. I mean, I just want that security, knowing that, the truth comes out. That would make me feel better. It's just, in tandem with all that, my scleroderma issues are resolved. I don't get disfigured by disease. I would like that. I would appreciate that. I would like to nip it in the bud if possible. I would like that. Yeah, I would like for it to stop, because I don't think Bob wanted me to get disfigured by the disease. I don't think he wanted that for me. I mean, yes, he was mad at me for not wanting to have his kids or be married or tied down or just being indecisive. I mean, those are the things that irked him. But I don't think he would hold such a big fat grudge against me as to want me to be, I don't know. Raynaud's flare up on my latest birthday. Over 12th through 13th. I had a day and night, and I showed it to Mommy, but because it lasted so long, that's why I showed it to her. On the way to Palo Alto, Stanford, a man, a student type. I mean, he's young enough to be a student. I mean, he didn't look like a professor at all. He had a bike all folded up. He had a folded up bicycle and an iPad that he handed to me to get directions to my cousins, as well as to read an article titled Mitt Romney is the President of White Male America. My gay Republican friend Chuck Roberts was a big part of Mitt Romney's election campaign, but although Mitt Romney was the better candidate on paper, Obama won the re-election.
My Aubrey will play the piano while we perform songs from Annie the Musical at our wedding. Aubrey's a nice girl. She's not my Aubrey, but she's a nice girl. Ask her how she was staying with a family in Taiwan.
I know how. She was couch surfing.
Yeah, well, you're gonna do that.
Someday I'll be
big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is me. See you years from now in a bar, yelling over a cricket game. That same big loud opinion, but nobody's listening. Drunk and going on about how I can't sing. What you are is mean, all you are is mean, and a liar and pathetic. I think I'll have to get rid of all the apps to try to get rid of Empower, which I thought I had gotten rid of years ago, but apparently it's an active app associated with Facebook, and that's kind of scary. That's really scaring me. I can see you now, lying next to her just to get back at me, 'cause I ran away. What I really left behind was me. Wow, wow, million miles away. There's a scene in the movie Far and Away in which Nicole Kidman's character is propped into a guy's lap, and Tom Cruise's character, mid-fight, punches that guy in the face because Nicole Kidman suddenly looks distressed, and he won't let her get off his lap. And I didn't understand that. I even vocalized it. I didn't understand why she was suddenly so distressed. I mean, she knew she was being propped into somebody's lap, but it's just... And my R-wordist took that as inspiration to put me in his lap and wriggle his knee between my labia. I didn't know there was a connection between defecating bottoms and s.intercourse. Another time I was lying on the parental bed watching TV, and he pretended to have lost the remote and decided to put his hand between my mammary glands down my shirt, and I remember the shirt I was wearing was yellow, and it had "Stop the world, I'm getting off" scrawled under the neckline, and I struggled to get free, and I got up finally, and he was just grinning, his cheap, disgusting grin. It's just like those big, goggly, feminine eyes. It's just like, I don't understand why men with big eyes think they're attractive. They're not. Okay, Brad Pitt has big eyes, and he's attractive. And Bob's censored verbatim, "Nadia, you're S dash dash, and S dash dash cannot survive the white-collar workplace. Better do something creative quick." No, it's got nothing to do with being a woman. Brad Pitt is S dash dash, and he's not a woman. He's not a lady. And then, of course, there is the king of censorship, our former Prime Minister, Imran Khan. I stupidly got a silver amalgam filling. I'll have to get it out. I'll have to get it replaced with composite because my teeth ache every time I brush my teeth because of the hot and cold thing. And this also, it's 50% cyber law censoring women, not actually keeping women from healthily expressing our ordeal, just the aftermath of our ordeal, dealing with abusive people like himself. And it's just, it's weird. He just still has no moral compass. He has no moral courage. He's still not seeing that he's the one in the wrong for exploiting all those women the world over. That he is the one who's wrong. It's not that he's a man, not a robot. It's that he is wrong for doing that. He has no right to exploit all those women. Hashtag Me Too is a very Islamic movement, if you really think about it, because if you read the Quranic quote on the wall at Harvard Law School, you'll be privy to that fact, because the quote just simply says that, speak out against injustice. And in the Book of Joy, speak out against yourself, speak out against your parents, speak out against rich and poor. All corroborate this. You have to speak out against injustice. I mean, that's part of reaching some kind of nirvana in this lifetime, is to speak out against wrongdoing.
There was a tea attack on the 17th on the police headquarters in Shara Faisal.
Gives me 10 million a month in alimony.
Yeah, it stopped
I'll
very
corroborate whatever
quickly,
lies
and
he
that's
cooks
why
up
there were
about you.
fireworks.
Why would I be on
so
your
that
side,
was
Nadia?
kind of
Here's my answer, I guess. Better late than never. Kind of end the same. Brown-eyed Madonna dog.
on leash boat.